All right, hello and welcome back. Week 11 begins in the Pixel League. Should be an interesting game we have here as we have Birmingham taking on Atlanta. Obviously, Birmingham, couple wins better and a lot better as of late, but still could be a chance for some chaos. I'll try to pause on this schedule once I get the game made, and there you go. Let me send out the info and then we can talk about what we have. We'll have to skip to the scenarios pretty quick because no game's been played and there's a lot there. But as you can see, couple interesting games, especially Honolulu Luxor, which is the game right after this one. But then also those bottom two, Erie Incheon and Deadwood versus New Mexico, going to be the most important for the playoff push. Although Atlanta are also involved, assuming they can win this game. So let's move to our standings real quick. As you can see, you got those 6 teams clinched, 1 eliminated, and then 5 in the middle. As you have Erie and Deadwood with a game advantage, and then New Mexico, Atlanta, and Incheon still alive, but a game behind, which puts them a little bit more of a struggling position. Although New Mexico and Incheon do play Erie and Deadwood. So, better spot for them than Atlanta. Still not ideal. Either way, we will go to our scenarios. Again, like I said, you can see a bit of chaos. Erie control their path, but they do have a way to get through if they do lose, which does involve Atlanta losing here. And then Deadwood do also have a path with losing. They are, start. Deadwood also winning in. Of course, the two teams who are a game ahead both control their path if they win. However, for Deadwood, their path to the loss is a lot more complicated, involving losing in 5, Atlanta winning in 5, so a lot less likely. Meanwhile, New Mexico need help, but pretty much all of those are different ways they win, so, and then Atlanta obviously need a win and some help. Incheon also need a win and some help, so all of them can get in, and especially with Incheon, are pretty likely to get in if they win, but it's still not guaranteed, and we'll see how it goes. Now let's quickly look at our seed possibilities, like we have for Prism. A lot of chaos here. Obviously, all those teams in the mix can end up in similar spots. The Monarchs are the only team locked in place, as they are guaranteed to be 12, but otherwise, we'll basically have a lot of variance, a lot of chaos, especially with those teams. So, as for this game, Birmingham are looking to give themselves a chance at 5th because they are a game, or at least a win, behind Boston. However, Boston do have a tough game, and they do have the head-to-head there. So can't drop out of the top 6, but they can catch up to the Falcons. So, pretty fun. We'll also see our top 3 get figured out. I guess top 4 because KC can catch up. Again, let me go to the standings a little bit to talk about this. You can see Honolulu and Luxor do play each other. If the Havoc win, they clinch number 1. If Luxor win, they need Mudcats to lose. Otherwise, they'd get 2nd. However, Luxor cannot drop below 3rd, while Honolulu can drop below Kansas City. So that's kind of why, if we go to this again, you can see it really is 1-4, I think. Mudcats, I'm not sure why they're a 4. I think it's probably like a game diff thing that they can drop there. So, that's probably the possibility there. But either way, let's quickly look at our stats, as Nessie and Ren are your key players. Averages are, for the most part, in favor of Birmingham, but there is one tie and a couple controlled by the Harriers. Either way, we are good to go. We do have everyone in. And so we should be ready to jump in. Game number 1 here on Manfield. Bandits going to be in blue, Atlanta in their gold tan. As you might have seen as well, Panda not going to be here. Would also mean, if I look at the roster again, will also mean that Corvus not going to be here, but young Wild Boy was just getting ready to say his name, filling in for Panda, and already a goal on the board. It's just a dunk right through the oncoming attacker, and it rolls straight into the net to make it 1-0 Atlanta, only 10 seconds in. That car audio from Ren is incredibly distracting. We are also having some stuttering early on, but hopefully not going to last. Koala popping it up in the air. He'll get it off the back wall. Couch moving in with the TNT van, but blocked away by Ren. Now Nessie trying to go low. Koala over to Nessie. Pops up in the air. Nessie trying to leave it, but no one else able to dive in, and Ren will get to clear away. Ren's car audio is so distracting because it sounds like someone is just permanently power sliding, is what it sounds like. As Couch bumped off this one. Ends up in the Atlanta corner, now bounced out, but Nessie not able to go. Instead, it's Young Wild Boy up the other way. Nessie knocks it down for the moment. Couch, quick shot. No one's in net, and it's a tie game. Still within the first minute of play. Nessie pass over to Couch, and he buries the shot right down the middle. Kind of a similar result as the first goal of the game, but of course, this one a bit further forward from the shot. Still, though, it is now a tie game. As Koala, though, quick shot, it's off the post, bouncing out, no one's there. Wild Boy's touches right at Couch, but he goes even on the 50. Now out from the left wall, Nessie trying to drop it down. Couch gonna take a shot. Archer able to play it over to the corner. Now Ren letting that one go. Couch bouncing it around the outside. Ren trying to jump up. It's off the back wall. And now Nessie tries to move in, but not gonna be able to get the touch. Now Wild Boy down from the ceiling again. Ren not able to go. Couch, quick shot. Archer stalls it. It's not clear though. And Nessie just barely blocked away by Ren from the goal line. Archer now trying to chase this one, but Couch has a better spot. Does leave it open for Wild Boy though. Nessie has to parry his effort away. Now Ren rolls it up the post. We'll follow it herself, but only pass it down to Couch, who will just turn it the other way. I'd say has been majority Birmingham pressure. Of course, even Atlanta's goal coming off a counterattack from deep in their corner. As Nessie will move on to this one. He'll get a dunk up high. It will bounce down wide, though. Although that's another miss. Nessie just going to put it high again, and no one's there to follow up. We have definitely seen Atlanta get a couple pushes forward, though, as Ren just goes over everyone. And she gives the Harriers the lead again. She just pops up, stays with it, taps it over Koala. Couch not back enough. Does get a light touch on it to maybe help it in, but it was making its way there anyway. And so Atlanta regain the lead. Now this one dropped down. Archer trying to play it off the side. He'll bounce off Ren. Now he'll look for a pass, but Wild Boy circled the wrong way and won't be able to reach it. Couch now gets a pass to midfield. Only Young Wild Boy back, but he'll easily pop it up over him, although he'll get no further. Koala dropping it down again. Couch trying to catch, takes it from Nessie. Does get a shot, but it's easily saved by Archer. Now Archer, though, in the corner. Wild Boy's backwards, but Koala, wrong angle, can't find a shot. Koala trying to cut again. This one will pop back. Archer trying to play it across. Now Nessie off the right wall. No play on that. Wild Boy shot, saved by Couch. Now off the left side again. Couch already up. Looks for a pass forward. It is forward, but there's no one there. Ren up next, trying to challenge Koala, but Koala has the speed and will be able to get the play. Well, this one again in the air. Koala already up for it. Fakes past Archer, but Ren gets a free play. Now Couch trying to keep it dangerous, but Wild Boy just going to slow it down. Take the dribble to the sidewall. He will eventually get dunked away, but still. Atlanta doing well to hold on here, of course, playing with a lead. They can afford to play the defense as long as they do keep their net clean, which is a challenge, especially with 80 seconds still to go. But, I mean, it feels a lot better than being stuck on defense in a tie game or even at a deficit. They don't have the pressure to move forward, although Couch, he'll have a shot here. That's over Archer, and it's just in. Now they'll have to play from even because Couch ties the game 2-2. The pizza van gets a lot of power on that one. Shoots right over Archer, directly into the net. Now Archer look for a redirect. It's right to Couch. He'll take another shot. Ren saves it, but it's just straight up. Now Koala will race in. He'll throw a change-up. It'll bounce up high. Nessie moving in off the crossbar again. Wild Boy beats two. Couch moving in next. He'll look for a shot. He'll find a shot. He will get a hat trick. And the Bandits have their first lead. Couch, the control, the angle, barely over Ren. She faces her car a little bit too far down. Can't get behind the ball. And so it goes right into the net. And so Couch, I mean, you've heard him be confident for this game. Obviously already clinched, but he knows he wants the seeding. He wants the momentum. And another winning record, of course. This one drops down. Couch trying to play it forward. It'll be Archer off the right wall. Now dropping down again. Wild Boy dunked down. Couch. Now dropping down again. Nessie looking for the play. It'll get out to the right side. Now this one dropping down. Nothing on that one. Koala. Now drop down low again. Couch up towards the ceiling. Ren trying to go. She'll get a light touch down. Still two players there, although Nessie's touch will go right to young Wild Boy. Wild Boy up to Ren. She'll have control on the sidewall. Trying to fake the musty, but Nessie takes it away. Pull shot back onto it. The clock strikes 0. Koala gets a clear. That will find the floor. And Birmingham take game 1. Atlanta showed a lot of fight. They led for a good portion of the game, but they're not able to hold onto it. Eventually it slips away, and the Bandits manage to get the goal through to push themselves in front, and they are able to hold on. So that becomes the main thing. Atlanta need to find ways to push forward onto more offense. And I will say, this could be their opportunities. I did see Couch leave, and we are going to see Mew join. So Bandits maybe testing their rosters, maybe making sure that they're... No, Couch is taking the next 2. Maybe making sure that all 4 get some playtime. Either way, though, could this be the change in momentum that Atlanta need to get themselves back into it? This one banged away by Wild Boy. Ren tries to dunk it in towards net, gets it to the corner, then doubles it back up. Archer trying to go, can't quite read it with their camera, and so Mew will eventually get a clear. Now down in the corner, Mew passed back. Koala racing in. It might be open. It goes in. 1-0 Birmingham. Bandits are going to play from in front. A little bit of a misread. A little bit of an overcommit. Together they combine. And it is the Bandits who get the first goal on the board here. And as we were saying, definitely not what Atlanta want. They played most of the game from in their half. And when they had the lead, that was fine. Feels like they're just holding on. But when they're even or behind, it just feels like it's inevitable that they will drop another goal and they will lose. As Mew does put another in. 2-0. Bandits extend their advantage. Mew showing why he deserves the spot. As Archer puts that shot just wide. Nessie able to play it away. Dropping down again. Ren trying to play it center. Mew will jump, but Archer's there first, but the shot is high. Now Ren off the right wall again. This one dropping down. She'll try to play it back to Wild Boy, and he will get a weak shot. Koala may be a little bit less convincing than he could have been on the save, but he does get out to the side, plus another 50, plus another touch. Koala works it all the way down. I have no doubt he would have scored that, but it does get demoed by Wild Boy. And so that leaves it as a slow rolling shot that did get blocked away. This one now awkwardly pinched up, but Nessie plenty of time to get there. Does clear down into the corner, and now will pressure, gets it by 2, trying to 50 it out. But Archer plays the 50 well and works it for a clear. 3.5 minutes to go. Atlanta still a good chance in this one, but they need to get on the board soon. Again, they've spent a lot of this game behind. In terms of pressure, they've been stuck in their half for a while. And of course, no goals on the board just yet. As Archer tries to slot one, it goes wide again. And Koala waiting behind it. Nessie trying to jump. Just will get it out to the side. And Nessie off the sidewall again. Wild Boy, just a pot shot. And you have plenty of time to save that one. Archer in next. Goes for the same. It's wide. Now look for the bump. But Koala just stands still and watches him fly over him. Nessie now slowing it down again. Doesn't have boost. Has a 50, although Ren's able to win it. Mew, though, back to the back wall. Forces Archer up. That'll take away the boost. Make it more awkward for Atlanta here. Wild Boy trying to win it forward. Nessie up towards the ceiling. Gonna get the drop down here. Koala gets it around, but does get removed on the play. This one dropping down again. Nessie up off the corner, high in the air, but no shot there. Just drops away. Wild Boy, that's a good long shot, but Nessie plenty of time. Once again gets up and parries it to the side. Now another good center, but Wild Boy all the way downfield. Won't be able to get there for a shot. Instead, he'll just get another clear back down into the blue half. Atlanta doing well to push up here as of late, but you see they're not able to get the shots on target. And then when they do, the defense standing tall for Birmingham as Mew, what a changeup, slows it down, taps it into the left side. Both defenders panic, but he just slows it down. Ren, no chance to reach it either. Three, 0. Wild Boy's carrying it forward. Koala trying to jump for it. Get bumped up in the air. Mew. And Koala and Nessie both go for that one. It's Ren trying to slow it down. Turning around again. Now Ren up in the air, trying to clear it forward. Trying to play it on net. Now Mew out to the side. Wild Boy trying to get it away again. Nessie just going to fly under that one. Mew dunks it up to the ceiling. Koala trying to play it forward. Now Ren dunking it down again. Mew gonna bounce it away. Archer gets it down into the corner. He'll follow it around. He'll look for a shot himself maybe, but Koala is able to get it away. Now Ren rolls it in. Koala awkward first touch, and he will lose the 50, and it will just be in his net. 3-1. Atlanta get one back. Koala just a bad touch. Not able to get back to it. Tries to get another clear, but it just gets dunked right in. Now cleared back again. Nessie trying to play it off the left wall. Now drop down. Mew takes a shot. It is in. Nessie on the pass, but it's Mew with the hat trick. 4-1. Nessie has been a sharpshooter. The changeup last time. This time just a straight shot over one. Right into the net. And so lead right back up to 3 with 1 minute to play. This will pop straight down again. Koala gets it into the corner. Around the outside. This one cleared long by Wild Boy. Nessie trying to drop down. Wild Boy going to get a long save again. Now this one falls down to Archer. Could have been a chance, but no boost. Not reading it. Not going to get a shot. Nessie will turn it out the other way. Trying to stay behind it. We'll get it down towards the net. Redirect from Koala is still wide, but Mew's shot is true. Goal number 4 for Mew, 5 for the Bandits, and it is a 4-goal advantage. Of course, Koala, I'm sure would have liked that to be on target, but it works out to be a pass. And so, now back up to a 4-goal lead, and it does sure feel like this one not going to be going the way of Atlanta. As it is just a it is still a 4-goal deficit with just 30 seconds to go. This one banged off the sidewall. Wild Boy trying to play it in. It'll get cleared away again. Now Nessie looking for a shot. He has one. We're in garbage time at this point. And of course, just another goal going in for the Bandits. This time it's Nessie. And that's goal number 6. Extends the lead to 5. But of course, didn't even need that. And so, 18 seconds to play. Like I said, should just be a formality. It would be an unheard of throw if we were going to see the Bandits lose from this position. And as the time drops down, we are not going to see that happen because the clock will strike 0. And for the second game in a row, the Birmingham Bandits are going to take the win. They're up to match point. 1 game away from eliminating the Harriers. And so we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Definitely going to be the favorites. I mean, we've seen both lineups. This one even more dominant than the last. And so as we load in game number 3. Gotta remember to write down the score. Let's see, what do Atlanta have? I did that so wrong. Okay. Can the Harriers pull it back? Can they stay alive? Or will it be too much? Will the Bandits simply overwhelm them? As we load in here on Urban Central. Early pressure for Birmingham. It gets pinched just wide. Now popped up to the ceiling. Wild Boy trying to clear it away. Nessie trying to drop it down. Now Koala catches it to the side again. Trying to stay behind this one. It'll get 50'd out to the left corner. Now dropping down. Archer trying to play it away. Wild Boy trying to stay with it. Fakes out one. Almost past another, but Nessie gets a touch. Koala dodges the bump, but he misses the ball. Fortunately, Mew gets back to bail him out and gets another long clear downfield. 40 seconds in. Has been a back and forth one. Definitely scary for the Bandits at times, but they have held on. And again, if they can get the first goal, that feels like it's just such a mental win. It'll be difficult for the Harriers to overcome, although Atlanta pushed forward once more. Another double commit, another double miss, but Archer doesn't have an angle. Ren will pop it up, but no one to follow up. It'll get cleared away from the goal line. Now Nessie gonna get a long clear away. Ren trying to drop it down. Gets played around the outside. Demo comes through. Mew looking for a shot. Ren able to block. Nessie thinking about the turn, will now cut in, but gets faked out. Koala, though, does get there. Koala off the post. Archer not able to reach it. Now Ren gonna get a long clear off the side wall. Dropping down. Archer, quick shot. That one's in. Wild Boy steals it for effect, but it's still in. 1-0. Atlanta will play from in front. Been a long game. They've had a lot of scary chances, but in the end, they do break through eventually. And Mew tries to pop it away. Goes maybe a bit too far as Run will play it away again. And this one dropping down around the outside, and Nessie staying with it. Koala out to the corner. Nessie going to win another 50. Ren up next. She'll get by one. Now bouncing off the corner. Ren's still on it. But that one beats everyone. Only Archer on it, and he can't get a whole lot going. Mew will take a long shot. It's just wide. Trying to chase it down, but Wild Boy beats him to it. And dropping down again. Koala, high pop. Wild Boy waiting on it. Ren, quick shot. Well placed, but Nessie able to get up and block it away. Wild Boy now pass back to Archer. It's a pinch to clear it between Mew and Koala. Ren gonna bring it down. She'll get it down the sideline. She'll look for the back wall. Gets the touch out. Gets the double in front. But Archer just gets demoed. Wild Boy not able to shoot either. So it's a good center, but not in a position to be shot. And it stays only 1-0, but definitely Birmingham getting pushed back. Mew, though, has a chance. Drops it down. Nessie moving in. Wild Boy makes the save. Probably one of the best chances we've seen for the Bandits, as they've been trapped in their half for so long this game. Still, though, 2 minutes to play, and this lead far from safe for the Bandits. This one now out off the corner again. Koala trying to play it forward. Dropping down, dunk out to the left side. Now bouncing in. Archer trying to stay with it, just jumps past. Koala will bring it down, looking for the direct shot. Has the direct goal. It is 1-1. Just pops it over the one defender and walks it right on through. Birmingham bring it even. Now this one will drop just wide again. Wild Boy off the back wall, dropping down in front. Archer's there. Archer puts his team in the lead. 100 on the clock, and Atlanta take another advantage. Now out to the sidewall again. This one dropping down. Wild Boy plays it off the back wall. Dropping down in front. Right in the bouncing shot, but Mew saves it away. Atlanta continue to push, and that's what they need to do with their advantage. Although they do need to be careful. One overcommit brings us level yet again and puts the pressure right back on them. But Archer trying to catch this one, gets a good 50. Ren up next, uncontested. She'll bounce it down, but there's time for Koala now to possess, although he coughs it right back up to Archer. He'll go for the early shot. Ren's touch. Doesn't mess up Nessie, but does not get it by him. We're trying to dive in, fakes over it. Nessie bouncing ball, but the double down's a slow roller. Koala will keep it in, but no goal for now. Down off the ceiling, Mew off the sidewall. It'll play towards net, dropping down in front. Now cleared away by Archer. This one bouncing central. Cleared off the corner. Wild Boy long clear. Nessie pops it up, but it's still going backwards. Ren will drop it down. 30 seconds to go. Mew on the dribble, playing the 50. Up high in the air, Nessie trying to dive, even challenge. Koala tries to go. Ren's just faster. She drops it towards net. Mew keeps it away. But young Wild Boy's there. Shots wide, but now full field. What the Birmingham Bandits need. 10 seconds on the clock. Ren steals it away. She'll get it back into the blue half for a moment. Nessie now playing it forward. Gets by them all. Koala bar down. Brings us even. Nessie bangs it forward. Koala a pinch with young Wild Boy. Straight at the net. Off the crossbar. And it's a tie game. Now the clock strikes 0. And this time, it's overtime. One Bandit goal gives them a winning record and sends Atlanta home. One Atlanta goal sends us to Utopia Coliseum. Ren off her own back wall. Nessie there. Quick shot, quick goal. Bandits take the series. Just like that, Birmingham take it in 3. They secure the sweep. They secure a winning record, and they keep their hopes of a 5th seed alive. That was 3-2. I'll have to write that down. Hold on, I have to get this color, though. I must color. Hold. You can look at the blank stats, and there you go. Let me also post the elimination. Obviously, elimination's not ideal. Hate to see it, but that's how it goes. Only 8 can make it, and unfortunately, Atlanta had a good season, at least had a good start to the season, but they lose 6 games in a row. And with a loss streak like that, you're not going to get the best results. And so they fall short. They will not be moving on to the postseason. But of course, the Bandits will, and we are going to have an interview, and so we'll be back in just one moment. And we are back with the Bandits. A little bit of a scare in the last game, but other than that, convincing. How does it feel to get another win?
Awesome.
It feels good to beat the team that we just did. It just felt really good. Felt really good.
Game 3 with the piss missile to send it into overtime was
yeah, that was a crazy
sweet.
pinch.
Well, it's like we only had a few seconds left, so I was like, well,
yeah, you
I
got
didn't
to commit to
think
something.
you'd get back to it. Yeah, I didn't think Nessie was going to be able to get back to it, but
I was going for a bump.
I think you also pinched it with young Wild Boy too.
I think it was with Wild Boy.
Yeah,
I don't think I touched
was
the ball
it?
the second
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Nessie didn't touch it. It was pure corner of cars piss missile into the net.
Yeah, it was a crazy
I
shot.
wish it wouldn't have hit the bar so we'd know how fast it was going.
True. It's also crazy that it hit the crossbar and still went in though, especially going that fast.
Yeah.
It's all about the angles.
Yeah. Well, obviously that does give you guys a winning record. Does keep you guys in contention for the 5th seed. So I will ask, KC or Boston, who do you think wins that one?
KC should. That's who I picked in the
Boston.
I think Boston can pull it out.
They can. I just think it's KC's more likely to win that. I'll say KC 3-1,
Fair enough.
assuming everyone's there.
Then the game of the week, the next game we're going to have. Who do you think wins between Honolulu and Luxor?
Luxor's been talking a lot about how good they are in scrims against them. So I'm
champs.
going to pick Havoc.
I gotta go Pharaohs.
I like the logic,
Just have
Koala.
It's also who I picked in the podcast. So
Gotcha.
Mm.
And then, I mean, if you want to predict who you're going to play, obviously, I guess you either play probably the loser of that or or KC. Wait, someone like that. If you want to predict who you play, how do you feel going into the quarterfinals? Like, I've lost a little.
I feel like we can beat at least the two teams above us in Boston and Kansas City. I think Luxor, Missouri, and Honolulu will give us like trouble, but I think we can beat anybody as long as we're playing well. So,
well, if we're counting scrims, we beat Honolulu's ass. So
And that's
Yeah.
important.
that is important. It's the most important.
And that's why it doesn't matter for Luxor, of course.
Right.
All right, well, that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win. Good luck next week, and good luck with the next game, Couch.
Thank you.
Thanks for
casting.
thanks, Doggo.
All right, and that does it here. A clean enough sweep for the Bandits. Like we said, moves them up to 6-5. And now if Boston lose, they will take the 5 seed. But that's the third game of the night, because up next we got Luxor taking on Honolulu. That should be a banger. Kickoff's in about a half an hour. Stream will be live in about 20 minutes. It'll be Couch taking you through that one, but it should be a good one, so make sure to tune in. But that does it for the first game of the night, and we'll see you back in just a little bit. So make sure to be here then.